Hello and welcome to Homework Club. We are on Chapter 11, Lesson 7, and the subject is Convert Customary Units of Capacity. This lesson is very similar to the previous lesson we did together. This is the only difference in this one is that we're adding one more unit to it, which is fluid ounces. So make sure you study the homework helper section on your own time. But for me, I'm gonna jump right into the practice. And let's start with number 1. Here we have to convert cups to pins. Remember, cups is a smaller unit than the pins, and each pint contains 2 cups. That means going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, we have to divide by 2 in this case, right? So we're gonna take the 16, we're gonna divide it by 2, and that's gonna give us 8. So 8. Now, how did I find out that there are 2 cups in each pint? Well, there's a conversion table. We looked at it in a previous lesson. If you haven't followed my video, just go to the previous lesson. It's right there in lesson 6. Okay. All right. On to the next one. Fluid ounces, 2 cups. Each cup has 8 fluid ounces. All right. And then also here, going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, we divide. That means we have to divide the 64 by 8. And that'll give us 8. Right. So 64 fluid ounces equal to 8 cups. On to number 5. On to number 3. It says that 5 quarts is equal to blank gallons and blank quarts. When you have a case like this, when they're giving you 2 options, that means when we do the conversion, in this case, it's going to be division. When we go smaller unit to a larger unit, we have to divide, right? So let's start with that. We're going to say 5, and we have to divide this by quarts. There are 4 quarts in each gallon, right? Like that. Or let's say even if we write it like this, when you do the division, in this case, you're gonna keep the remainder, okay? You're not gonna keep doing the divisions until you get a decimal number. No decimal number needed in this case, all right? And you'll see when the decimal numbers are needed. So when we do this, 4 goes into 5 only once. 1 times 4 is 4, and when we subtract, we get a 1. And that's it, no more numbers, so that 1 becomes a remainder. So it's a 1 remainder of 1. And that's exactly how it goes here. It goes 1 here and a remainder goes here. Okay? So, in other words, 5 quarts is equal to 1 gallon and 1 quart. And as a matter of fact, you know this. Each gallon is a 4 quart, so 4 and plus 1 is 5 quarts. See that? Beautiful, isn't it? All right, let's keep going. 18 quarts to a gallon. Again, just like this, quarts to a gallon, we have to divide it by 4. So when we take 18 and we divide it by 4, well, 18 doesn't nicely divide by 4, right? Do you see that? But in this case, they didn't give us a little line here with a quart like they did here. That means in this case, we have to turn this, we have to do the division all the way to the end, and most likely we're going to end up with a decimal number here, okay? So let's do that. So 4 goes into 18 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16, and when we divide, we get a 2 remainder, right? Or 2, no remainder. We're just going to keep continuing. So we're going to put our little decimal because there are no numbers here, and we're going to bring the 0 down. And 4 goes into 25 times, and now there's a 0 here remainder. So the answer is 4.5. So 18 quarts is 4.5 gallons. See that? So in this case, when there's no given space for extra units, you have to, do the division all the way to the end. But if they do give you space here, use your remainder to put in here. Okay? All right, on to number 5. Cups to pints. 7 cups to pints. Well, each pint is 2 cups, so we have to do 7 divided by 2 in this case. All right, 2 goes into 7 3 times, right? 3 times 2 is 6. When we subtract, we get a 1. Well, there's no space here, so we have to keep going until there's no remainder. So we put a little decimal point here, and we'll bring a 0 here. 2 goes into 10 5 times, right? 5 times 2 is 10. And there's no more remainder. Now we're done. So that's the answer, 3.5. Got it? All right, on to number 6. 16 pins and 1 cup. All right, when you have a situation like that, you pretty much first do the conversion, and then you just add 1 more cup to it. All right, so pins to cups, each pint is a larger unit compared to cups, and there are 2 cups in each pint, so that means we have to divide, right? So first we do 16 divided by 2. I'm just going to do it like this because I know it divides really nicely. And then 1 more, so we have to do 8 plus 1, 9, and that's our answer. See that? First I converted the pins to cups, which is dividing it by 2. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a wrong answer. Erase that. Pins to cups, we have to multiply. We're going from that's right. Going from a larger unit to a smaller, we multiply, not divide. I'm so sorry. We have to do 16 times 2. All right, which is equal to 32. And then we add 1 more cup to it. So we do 32 plus 1, which is equal to 33. So the answer is 33. Okay? All right, on to the next page. All right, number 7 says the table shows the amount of paint left in each jar. Which jar contains the greatest amount of paint and the least? So first we have to find out 2 information, right? Which one is the greatest and which one is the least. So let's do this. I can see that the easiest way to do this is converting everything to cups. This one is already in cups, this is in fluid ounces, or we can convert everything to fluid ounces. In either case, let's do this. Let's convert them to cups. 39 converted 39 fluid ounces. Remember, fluid, there are 8 fluid ounces in each cup. That means we have to divide this by 8. So if I do 39 divided by 8, 8 goes in 39 4 times, right? 4 times 8, 32. And when we subtract, I get the remainder of 7. So R7. So 4, remainder of 7. That means 39 fluid ounces is actually equal to, sorry, why is it bouncing so much? It's going to be equal to 4 cups and 7 fluid ounces. Well, we already know this one. This is already 5 cups. So now let's convert this one, okay? So 2 pints and 4 fluid ounces. Now, pint is a larger amount than a cup. That means we have to multiply this one. All right, unlike this one we divided, now we have to multiply this one. So each pint is 2 cups, so we have to multiply this by 2. So that means, so 2 pints is going to be equal to 2 times 2, which is 4 cups. And then we also have 4 fluid ounces. That means this is going to be equal to 4 cups, right? And 4 fluid ounces. 4 fluid ounces. So there you go. So this one is 4 cups, 4 fluid ounces. This is 5 cups, and this one is 4 cups and 7 fluid ounces. Obviously, this is our greatest amount, and that is our least amount. See that? So we're gonna say, how are we gonna say it? We're gonna say that purple is the greatest amount. Unfortunately, they gave us only one tiny little line. I don't know how they were expecting us. And I'm going to say blue is the least amount. Okay? I know you're probably still writing, but I'm gonna let you either pause the video or rewind the video, and I'm gonna go on to the next one. Look, guys, if you want more examples, more explanations for any of these problems, post a question below the video. I'll be more than happy to provide you more information about this. Okay, on to number 8. Write about a real-world situation that can be solved by converting customer units of capacity, then solve it. What we haven't done so far in these examples is converting gallons into cups. How about something like that? I'm gonna say how many cups are in each gallon of water. Right? So, in other words, if I drink 1 gallon of water, how many cups would that be equal to? Hopefully not in one day, but let's see. So, to solve this, so what we need to do, first we have to convert gallons to quarts, right? And then quarts to pint, right? And then pint to cup. That is the conversion. Now, to go from gallons to quarts, there are 4 quarts in each gallon, right? So I have to multiply this by 4. And then quarts to pints, there are 2 pints in each quart, so I have to multiply that by 2. And there are 2 cups in each pint, so I have to multiply this by 2. So if I start with 1 gallon, I have to do 1 times 4, which is 4, and then times 2, 4 times 2 is 8, and then times 2, which is 16. All right, so that will be 16 cups. And that's my answer. All right, and so for the answer, I'm gonna say each gallon contains 16 cups. That's it. If you'd like to get help with the rest of the problems in this lesson and every single lesson in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade math, please visit us at my-homeworkclub.com or simply click the link in the descriptions.